The company background of Taan is that they started at mid-1980s as a small trading company. Taan's core business have expanded into logging operations, downstream timber processing, forest plantation, oil palm plantation, shipping and milling of crude palm oil. In February 1997, Taan Holdings Berhad was incorporated as a holding company and listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia on 23 November 1999. The principal activity of Taan are centered around sustainable harnessing of timber resources and value-adding downstream activities such as the manufacturing of veneer plywood, coated plywood, eco plywood, laminated veneer lumber, film face plywood, bracing plywood, floor base, sound timber, laminate molding as well as furniture product. Since the year 2000, Taan has diversified substantially into oil palm plantation. Until today, 10 of the group's oil palm entities have obtained MSPO certification, which is Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil, including its 2 palm oil mills. The management of the Taan is managed by Board of Directors, which consists of 9 people. The first one is Dato' Amar Abdul Hamid bin Haji Sepawi as a non-independent executive chairman. His experience is Dato' Amar Abdul Hamid is a qualified and experienced forester with more than 25 years experience in the forest management and manufacturing of forest product. Next one is Dato' Amar Hamid was appointed as the executive chairman of the board of Taan Holdings Berhad since 2 October 1999. He also served as the chairman of the Risk Management Committee and ESOS Committee. The next one is Dato' Wong Kuo Hia as a non-independent group managing director and Chief Executive Officer. Dato' Wong has been one of the entrepreneurs to lead the group from a small trading company to an established timber company and spearhead the commitment of the group towards timber resource sustainability. The third one is Said bin Haji Dollah as a non-independent Executive Director. Berhad as a non-independent Executive Director since 2nd October 1999 and has since been holding the position of a non-independent Executive Director, undertaking several management and technical functions, particularly in housing and construction work. The fourth one is Wong Sik On as an Executive Director. Mr. Wong was appointed as an Executive Director of Taan Holdings Berhad on 60th November 2016. He has been with the Palmhead Group, a Sarawak-based palm oil group, as the Executive Director since 2008. The fifth one of the Board of Directors is Dato' Abang Haji Abdul Karim bin Tun Abang Haji Openg as a Senior Independent Non-Executive Director. Dato' Abang Haji Abdul Karim is a prominent corporate figure in Sarawak. He held various positions including President of the Sarawak Chamber of Commerce and Industry and is also a founding director of BIM IEGA Business Council, BEBC, and BEMBC as a BIM IEGA Malaysian Business Council and Sarawak Chapter First Chairman. Next one is Dato' Awang Berni bin Awang Ali Basah as an Independent Non-Executive Director. Dato' Awang Berni holds a Bachelor of Law degree from UM. He is an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Borneo, Sarawak. Dato' Awang Berni was appointed as an Independent Non-Executive Director since 2 October 1999. Next is Chia Chu Fat as an independent non-executive director too. Mr. Chia Chu Fat is a fellow of the Chartered Association of Certified Accountants UK, a member of Malaysian Institute of Accountants, and a member of Chartered Tax Institute of Malaysia. He is a proprietor of Andy Chia and Co. a chart accountants firm which he established in 1987 and has 34 years of working experience in chartered accountants firm. Next one is Ting Lina, also a non-independent non-executive director. Miss Lina Ding was appointed to the board of Taan Holdings Berhad as a non-independent non-executive director on 50th April 2013. Her business experience of 36 years came from exposure in timber industry and real estate development and investment through management of family-controlled company. As for the last one is Dato' Ambrose Bikau Anak Enturan as independent non-executive director. Dato' Ambrose was appointed to the board of directors by Taan Group. One of the example is plywood factory, log yard, sawmill factory, and trading of logs, dormant, and transportation. There are many principal activities done by Taan Group, such as cultivation of oil palms, operating a biomass power plant, extraction and sale of logs. From 2015-2018, it shows that non-current asset and current asset for Taan Holdings Berhad will keep increase over the 4 years. The trend was in uptrend movement from year 2015 to 2018, and in year 2015, the total assets for Taan Holdings Berhad was recorded the lowest compared to other years. Figure 4.2 shows the debt structure of Taan Holdings Berhad from 2015 to 2018. Based on the figure, it shows the uptrend of non-current liabilities from year 2015 to 2018. The non-current liabilities decreased in the year of 2018. Taan Holdings non-current liabilities in year 2018 was recorded the low. From figure 4.2, it shows the debt structure of Taan Holdings Berhad from 2015 to 2018. Based on the figure, it shows the uptrend of the non-current liabilities from year 2015 to 2018. Unfortunately, the non-current liabilities decreased in the year 2018. Taan Holding non-current liability in year 2. The company has maintained treasury bills from 2015 to 2017, but in the 2018 the treasury bills increased slightly. Figure 4.3 shows the common stock and retained earnings for Taan Holdings Berhad. Based on the figure, it shows the total equity, which contains the common stock, retained earnings, and other equity from year 2015 to 2018. The revenue of Taan Holdings Berhad from 2015 to 2018. It shows that the revenue become uptrend from year 2015 to 2017, but in 2018, the revenue for this company decreasing. The revenue from 2015 to 2017 is increasing because of the request from 2015. The figure shows that the operating expenses is 801,500,000 ringgit, while the operating price increases to 962 and 920 million, and this increasing is due to the expansion of its deduction facilities with purchase of new assets and marketing network. while in 2018 the operating expenses decreasing because its deduction of facilities with purchase of new asset and marketing network is reduced or low.
It indicates by refer the movement of short terms and long term of SMA. When short term SMA cross along the SMA, it indicates price in bullish trend and known as gold cross, while the short term SMA cross below long term SMA indicate the price in bearish condition, which is known as dead cross. Based on above chart, there are three crossover that happen between short term and long term. For the first one, you can see at the beginning of October 2018, it indicates as dead cross, and it also assumed as a bearish trend due to short-term SMA line cross below long-term SMA line. The second one is at the middle January 2019. It indicates as gold cross because the short-term SMA cross over long-term SMA, the cross red and blue. Okay, lastly, at the end of April 2019, it showed the short-term SMA cross below long-term SMA, and it indicates price in bearish condition. So potential investor should not enter the market this time, while existing investor has to sell the stock of the time that cross happened. Function of long-term in use to measure signal the beginning of an uptrend and downtrend compared to short-term SMA. Long-term SMA also used to predict the direction of the market, whether it's going to be bullish or bearish. Based on the charts above, on early May 2018, the long-term SMA give a signal that continuous downtrend. The downtrend of long-term SMA lasts until December 2018, which can be used some be as bearish position of the stock. The trade shoot out the market and this time until the stock start to reverse. While in the end of March 2019, the long-term SMA gives signal the beginning of uptrend until May 2019. It indicates that stock in bullish position at the end of May 2019. The existing investor should hold the stock while the price is still dropping, while potential investors should not enter the market until the trend begins to move uptrend to earn profit. Okay, for setting on SMA 30 days and 100 days. For 30 days, you can see the red line, and the 100 days, you can see the blue line. The SMA of that Taan Holdings Berhad from 1st May 2018 to 10 May 2019. The short-term SMA is 30 days, while long-term SMA is 100 days period. It indicates by refer for technical overlay. You can see a simple moving average in 30 days. You can see at the chart for the red line. Okay, the SMA, also known as simple moving average 30 days of Taan Holdings Berhad from 1st May 2018 to 10th May 2019. The SMA 30 days in short-term SMA, which used by the trader to indicate the signal of buy and sell. It is commonly plotted on chart by looking at the price movement to confirm the trend. When the price cross above SMA line, that indicate buying signal, which price cross below SMA line indicate selling signal. You can see it at the chart. Based on the chart above, the first buy signal plot is in the end of August 2018, which the price cross over the SMA line, while for the first sell signal is at beginning of October 2018, which show the price line cross below the SMA line. Next, the price is line cross over the SMA line, which indicate buy signal in the middle of December 2018. After a long bearish almost 2 months, while the second buy signal and the last of signal, which is sell signal, is in the middle of February. The existing investor should sell the stock, while potential investor must wait until the trend begin to move uptrend. Into technical overlay. Technical overlay is the line indicator that uses and sum the signal either to enter or to exit the market. Buy or sell the stock and bullish and bearish position by looking at the price, flow trends, volatility, and momentum. This indicator help trend or market analysis to make accurate decision at the right time, measure the actual price movement, and confirm the quality of the chart pattern. All overlays and indicator respect the periodicity of the main price chart. There are two primary types of indicator, which leading indicator and lagging indicator. We can also set the SMA for 100 days. You can see there are blue line across the chart. For figure 5.1, simple moving average 10 days of Taan Holdings Berhad from 1st May 2018 to 10th May 2019. That is for the trend analysis. For the pattern analysis of Taan Holdings Berhad from 1st May 2018 to 10 May 2019. 2019. You can see there are bearish wedges. There are two bearish wedges. Wedges are continuous pattern that form as the price of the stock pulls back from the predominance trend and move into a tight consolidation range. It can be either bullish or bearish depending on what trend was before the wedges began to form. Wedges usually form over a shorter time period. Based on the figure, bearish wedges form at the 18th August until 6th September. It shows the price will continue to fall on September. For trend analysis of Taan Holdings Berhad, at figure 4.7 there are long-term trend, short-term trend and medium-term trend. Trend analysis are of the first technical aspect of the market to discover. It's very important to identify the direction of the price and to confirm the trend. Based on the figure 4.7, the price shows that is a prolonged downtrend. The trend line length can be classified into three categories, which is long-term trend, medium trend and short-term trend. You can see at the figure 4.7. The long-term usually lasts longer than a year, while the medium-term trend lasts between 1 and 3 months and short-term trend is anything less than a month. The long-term trend is composed of several medium-term trends, which usually move against the direction of the long-term trend. The long-term trend from at 1st May 2018 until 10 May 2019, while the medium trend from against the long-term from 1st December until 15th January. The short-term trend from at 20th August until 30th August 2018. You can see at the figure 4.7. Okay, for the same chart, you can see the symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle are continuous patterns also. They are formed as the price of a stock hits a flat level of support or resistance and it begins moving into a tight consolidation range. Triangle can be either bullish or bearish either, depending on what the trend was before the triangle began to form. Triangle usually form over a long period time, which is more than 3 weeks. Based on the figure 4.9, a symmetrical triangle from a middle of August until it break out at the beginning of October.
For the comparative analysis, you can see that in the indicator that price of the Taan and the FBNKLCI itself, also known as Bursa, the red line chart represent the performance of Taan and the blue line chart represent Bursa performance. The purpose of comparative analysis is to determine whether Taan is underperforming or outperforming of Bursa. From the beginning of the year until the end of the year, Taan price is downtrend, but the price outperforms Bursa from 1st May until 31st October. Starting from August until the middle of December, the price is underperforming as the red line across below and blue line of Bursa. Starting at the middle of December, Taan performing are following the trend of the Bursa performance.